What's up, everybody? Welcome to Casa Bonnie. It's your girl Bonnie Scotch, and I wanted to quickly bring you another review for Rupaul's Drag Race. This is All Stars 8. This is episode 5. But before we get into the episode, I wanted to quickly wish a happy and very safe Pride to all of my fellow LGBTQ babes out there, okay? And to my trans brothers and sisters, know that I love you, I adore you, and I believe in your right to bodily autonomy and self-actualization just like everybody else, okay? Let's just go ahead and jump right on into this episode, all right? We are back in the workroom, and we have a bit of foreshadowing from Alexis in her confessional, noting that Jimbo has 2 wins. If you are considered a front runner in this game, it puts a target on your back, okay? So at this point, Alexis is giving her tea on that, and the camera's cut to Candy. This is a direct quote from Alexis Michelle. Some girls might be taking notice, and I would not be surprised if they're starting to think about sending her home as soon as she lands in the bottom. Another quote, Jimbo, if I were you, I'd sleep with one tit open. I didn't even fully catch this until I watched it again. This is why you have to watch twice when you review these shows, because there are things that you can miss, okay? Now, my question is, Alexis, why did you say this? Why did you bring this up? Where did this come from, Alexis? Let's circle back to this, okay? Now, we are preparing for Snatch Game of Love. Match Game, Snatch Game is one of the most looked forward to challenges in the history of RuPaul's Drag Race. This is one of those challenges where it really separates some of the main players from some of the girls who may lag and fall behind. So we have Alexis Michelle is playing B. Arthur. I actually forgot that Alexis Michelle won the Snatch Game of her season for season 9. She played Liza Minnelli. I forgot about that performance, but I'm going to have to go back and check it out. We have Alexis as B. Arthur. Kahana is playing Coco Montrese, who is her drag mother. We have Heidi, who is playing Blackbeard, a pirate. James Mansfield is Jennifer Coolidge, which is a great choice. We have Jessica Wilde as Iris Chacon. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Is it Chacon? Iris Chacon. Sorry about that. Sorry, my Puerto Ricans. Jimbo is playing Shirley Temple, and Jimbo won the Snatch Game on Canada Drag Race on the first season. So, Group 1, we have Heidi, Jessica, Kahana, and James. Kahana is bombing a bit, and we see Heidi kind of making light of the idea that none of the jokes are landing. Now, here's an observation that I made. Heidi is playing this character named Blackbeard, and I don't think she fully mapped out who this character is, because to me, Heidi is just playing herself. So she's calling out Kahana for her jokes not landing. Meanwhile, I don't think Heidi's jokes are landing like that either. But I will say this. Something that we see a lot is the queens riffing off of the idea that a queen is not making a joke, that her jokes are not landing. So this is not the first time that we're seeing this. I didn't feel like it was malicious intent on Heidi's behalf at all. That's pretty much the name of the game. If you can heckle somebody and riff off of them and make it funny, that's actually great. I think the problem is this time is Heidi didn't make it funny. So we're not unfamiliar with this play. Jessica's performance, James did the best, undoubtedly. We have Group 2. B. Arthur is played by Alexis. Renee Graziano from Mob Wives is played by Candy. Suki with the good coochie, aka Sukiana, is played by Lala Ree, and Shirley Temple is played by Jimbo. This is absolutely the better of the 2 groups. Alexis and Jimbo are the front runners. Alexis was really, really good as B. Arthur, guys. I mean, it was impressive. Y'all know that even if I'm not a fan of somebody and their personality, I try to be fair in the way that I give my critiques, okay? I'm going to always give 10s. I'm always going to give the girls their dues when I feel that they did a good job. Even if I don't care for their personality, I don't care about that. I'm not going to trash you just because I don't like you. if you ate that, I'm going to say you ate that. And Alexis ate that, okay? Period. Yeah, it was brilliant. Jimbo unhinged at Shirley Temple. That was hilarious. When Jimbo got up and started that deranged tap dance routine, I lost it. My mom was like in the background. She was like walking around and she happened to catch a glimpse of what Jimbo was doing. She lost her shit as well. Tonight was yours, Jimbo. We're back in the workroom. We have Kahana and Candy having a conversation. Kahana is telling Candy that in the Snatch Game, she feels as though Heidi was sabotaging her, making light of the idea that her jokes weren't landing. And then we have Candy letting Kahana know that Heidi went to Jimbo and told Jimbo that she being Candy Muse, planned to vote Jimbo off of the show as soon as she landed in the bottom, okay? Candy tells us that this is fake tea. I personally do not believe that this is fake. Based on what I've seen from Heidi, I do not believe that Heidi in Closet is going to just pull a lie out of the clear blue sky out of her ass to tell Candy, especially considering she was in an alliance with Jimbo and Candy. These are the girls that you don't want to have a riff with because it's going to wreck your alliance, okay? Kahana confronts Heidi in front of everybody. Heidi apologizes immediately and takes ownership. This is a sincere apology, and you can tell it's really bothering Heidi that Kahana felt as though Heidi purposefully tried to sabotage her. Candy interjects, "Why you tell Jimbo I was coming for her, Heidi?" Because you did. We cut to Alexis, who was apparently present when Candy said these things. Alexis nods at first at what Heidi says as if to confirm. "I nodded because Candy said that to me." This is a direct quote from Alexis Michelle. Candy looks at Alexis. "I said that?" Alexis thinks for a few seconds and she says no. So clearly Alexis is a little bit fearful of fearful of Candy's wrath and potentially the shit that Candy would give her in the workroom, okay? So if Alexis is saying no, that Candy didn't say that, I want to know, why do we have the foreshadowing at the top of the episode letting us know that Jimbo should watch her back and sleep with one eye open? Why do we have this foreshadowing, Alexis? Where did this come from? Is Candy Muse in charge of the girls? I hate to think that she would be, because Candy Muse doesn't strike me as a good leader. What I want in a leader is somebody who's kind, somebody who's supportive and encouraging. I don't want somebody who has this bull in a china shop type of energy, willing to run everybody over, willing to run everybody down and tell lies and gaslight and manipulate. We see Candy with the, "Ain't we supposed to be sisters? Where's the loyalty? You throw me under the bus," reverse psychology. Candy Muse is a wild spin artist. She's a fast-talking, city-slicking hustler, because you're trying to flip the script. You're trying to flip it to make it seem like Heidi has an integrity issue and she has a loyalty issue, when you were the one who said that you were going to be gunning for Jimbo. So if it's about loyalty, then why were you gunning for Jimbo and telling Heidi and Alexis off camera that you were going to be voting for Jimbo as soon as she landed in the bottom? What gives, Candy Muse? Candy is not worried that this information has poisoned Jimbo against her. I hope so. I hope that Jimbo takes a mental note and votes Candy off the first chance that she gets. And I hope that the rest of the girls follow suit as well. The room is dead silent after this moment between Heidi, Alexis, Candy, and Jimbo. Heidi is feeling isolated. She's tearing up. She says that she doesn't like what this has become because Candy and Alexis versus Heidi is making Heidi seem like she's the troublemaker in the situation. Heidi storms out and Candy follows immediately after. I think that is the guilt of knowing that she is lying. Alexis immediately starts breaking down in the workroom. She's looking for a moment. Jimbo knows that it's not safe to trust any alliance, okay? This is very wise on Jimbo's behalf. Trust none of these bitches, okay? Trust your own instincts. So we're on the main stage for the runway. Root announces Heidi's departure and that she will not be participating in the Fame Games. By the way, how y'all feel about the Fame Games? I feel like Darian won this episode, but do I care? I don't know. I guess I have to see more. So, the name of this runway is Reveal Yourself, okay? So, what I'm learning is that the girls had to have at least 2 reveals. So, some of them didn't really come through on this challenge, even though it was great gowns, beautiful gowns. Some of them just, they look nice, but it was just an okay runway to me. This is All Stars. I wanted to see something big and spectacular. I'm going to talk about my standouts, even though there weren't any real standouts for me. Jimbo was absolutely unhinged with this Adam and Eve mashup. That's what stood out to me because it was so different. Alexis, I think that this was a good idea in theory, but the execution left more to be desired. Candy spun around and almost fell. She says, "Bitch, I'm everything." Well, Candy Muse, what is this? I don't know what this is supposed to be. You're in an ill-fitting red dress. You're in an ill-fitting corset underneath that. And I went to Candy Muse's Twitter because, you know, of course, I want to be current on the mess. I want to see what the girls are saying, what's going on. Candy is explaining that this is supposed to be like a Stepford housewife look and like a robot wife. I didn't get wife. I didn't get any of this, whatever that she is explaining from what she presented. Here's the thing. And here's something that I learned from not only RuPaul's Drag Race, but Project Runway as well, okay? What the judges want to see is a fully realized and executed concept. They want to be able to see you. They want to be able to look at you and know exactly what your reference is, if you have a point of reference. If you're referencing Stepford Wives, what is making this Stepford wife? Nothing. Maybe the hair, maybe, but the judges want to see that you have thought about every detail, and they want to be able to look at you and go, aha, that's what that is. I know what that is from just looking at it, and Candy did not give that, okay? Kahana, you look beautiful, but we've already seen this look. We've already seen this Vegas showgirl look. In the words of Michelle Visage, stop relying on that body. You got to stop relying on the body, okay? In the bottom, we have Kahana and Jessica. Jimbo versus season 14, Jasmine Kennedy for the lip sync. Jasmine Kennedy, you're looking pussy, bitch. You're looking good. She's giving woman. She's giving Lamu hair. Congratulations on your transition. You look absolutely amazing. By the way, guys, I just caught up on that season 14. It's on Paramount Plus, so I was able to like binge it. Well, not really binge it, but I gave myself like a week to catch up on it, and it was a fabulous season, okay? So Jasmine Kennedy, we know that she's gonna buck and flip and dip and kick and put on a show. That's exactly what the fuck she did. She came through. Jasmine won. This is now the 6th lip sync that Jimbo lost. In Untucked, we have Candy and Lala. Heidi has written an away message on the mirror. P.S. What is done in the dark, it's going to come to the light. And that's the episode. I thought Untucked was cute. I enjoyed the commentary of this white guy, Matt something and Bowen Yang. Coming to this show, you have to show who you are, even if you don't win. It was Matt that made this comment about queer kids can look forward to adulthood growing up with a show like this, and I agree with that. So I thought this was a lot to process. This was a lot. Heidi was the only other person besides Alexis and Jimbo that I saw really taking it all the way. This is RuPaul's Drag Race. So RuPaul's favorite of the show is always going to win no matter what. And this season is definitely Jimbo. I definitely thought that Heidi had a good chance of winning. So it makes me sad to see her go. And I want to say this. Don't send any hate to anybody. Send love to the queens that you love. Okay? Subscribe to their Patreon. Send a Cash App, a Venmo tip. Purchase their merch. But, you know, don't go and sending DEATH threats to people and all that kind of carrying on. It's whack. It's ridiculous. Just uplift the people that you love. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and like, subscribe. Let me know what your predictions are going forward. I've been back and forth with Jimbo in my top. I guess I'll put them back in my top. I don't like the idea that they can't lip sync worth a damn. I don't like that. Where's the energy? Bring some of that energy from the comedy challenges into the lip sync. Like, anyway, yeah, that was it, guys. This was really disappointing. Heidi in Closet, I absolutely love you. I adore you. I think you're so fierce. I think that All Stars 8 is definitely going to feel different without Heidi being on the show. I enjoy Heidi quite a bit, so I wanted to see them take it all the way. But anyway, guys, this has been All Stars 8, episode 5, and drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this episode, how you guys feel about Heidi leaving. I get it. Heidi said, y'all ain't gonna play in my face and make me out to be this troublemaker and lie and gaslight and manipulate and then have all the girls vote for me. Like, I'm not going out like that, so I understand. So, sad times, but it is what it is, and this happens every once in a while. We see somebody bow out. We've seen it with Adore Delano. We saw it with Ben de la Creme. And we know RuPaul is not a big fan of the girls packing up their things and leaving prematurely. But in this case, I totally understand. So, anyway, that was it. Drop down in the comments. Let's chat about this episode. Let's chat about this season in general. And I'll see you guys for the next one.